about the planets condition first, and then I will talk about your suns. And so we have Sun in the sign of Cancer, and we have Mercury, Mars, Moon, Venus, all 4 of planets in the sign of Leo for most of the month, which is a lot of planets. And so there's a karmic things happening in the sign of Leo, and wherever that is in your chart, it will be most active part of your life at this time. So then we have Ketu in Scorpio, and Saturn is retrograde in Capricorn. Jupiter is retrograde in Aquarius, and Rahu is in the sign of Taurus. Beginning of the month, Venus quickly moves to the sign of Virgo, where it's debilitated. By the end of the month, by August 26, Mercury will be exalted by joining Virgo, and where Venus is already debilitated. So it helps them a lot. Mars will be in the Leo for the entire month, and so please refrain from speaking harshly with the people around you, or else you may regret to face the consequences. Okay. So now we have Venus is going to be very close to Mars at the beginning of the month, which actually it combusts. So Venus is almost like combust, which means your heart, it may have impact your relationship with your spouse and other females in your life, and so be careful in those areas, especially with the most in general with the females, wife, girlfriend, even motherly figures can be impacted. So now we have Saturn and Sun. Saturn will oppose Sun in the first half of the month. Sun will be in Cancer until August 16, which means it will impact your confidence, and it does help thou focus on the family interactions. Okay. It's a good time to reflect on how you have been treating your family and close friends. If you have been less than good, then acknowledge it and improve it, so that you can take full advantage of your presence in their life, and enjoy the fruit of those relationships. The best investment in life is what? Not the money. Actually, it's in relationship. If you are kind to people, each other, who are in your life from a nearby or a distance level, or in your offices, it will benefit you if you're gentle with people. Now, August 16 and onwards, Sun will join Mars opposite to Jupiter into the Leo sign in the second half of the month, to be accurate, on August 16. Now, Leo represents sharing. So sharing is what? Caring. Okay. However, Mars now will be combust, creating many people getting into unnecessary temperamental tantrums and fights which you should refrain from. It will be very harmful for you and your existence with others, because if you are temperamental, because it's opposite in Jupiter, which is also may expand on your anger, and you rather should then go towards the higher learning, spiritual learnings, and how to be a great human being. Trust me, great human beings don't have much needs anyways. Whatever the needs are, they are taken care. So take my word. Okay. From August 1st through the 9th, Mercury makes us more into emotional and sensitive in communications to those around us. Then from August 9th through August 26th, into Leo, joining Mars, and then soon with Sun making us more authoritative. We need to be clear in our speech, and please refrain from attacking others with your harsh words. Please note that it will be opposing Jupiter in Aquarius, so it is to your advantage. Instead of getting mad at each other, you should rather focus on spiritual discussions or communications, and remind yourself, if things are happening, no matter how bad they look to you, they are actually happening for the best. An example would be people having corona comes to everybody, but some people end up working from home. They don't have a drive and deal with the traffic and the convenience of working at home, being with the family. So yes, corona is a bad thing, but look, the good things come out too. So goodness always pays off. August 26th times, Mercury gets exalted and enter into the sign of Virgo. Virgo is a very practical sign, and it helps us in communications to become very practical and effective. We will now be able to organize our thoughts in a very intelligent manner, and it's a good thing. It will be good for sales, marketing of computers, electronics, signing contracts, all. It's going to be good for the next coming few weeks until Mercury moves. Now, when I talk about good for computer, and here is a person who never, a janitor, he never used the computer. So have some common sense. It applies to people who are in that vicinity of things. Those who are using computers, it will impact them. That person who's janitor never used a computer, so it's not going to impact him at all. Okay. It's a good time to have that talk with the people who can impact your careers, or businesses, or services you provide to your clients, or to those who are very important people in your life, making a difference in your life. So then Venus joins Mars thou at further degrees thou in the sign of Leo, and until August 10. It is time to learn to share and appreciate, but Mars can still impact Venus in a somewhat rough manner. It's time to be a person who would be giving happily, in turn making you look very good to others, and then it will definitely benefit you. Okay. Then Venus enters Virgo August 11, and it is debilitated. It's time to serve others. Even when you may feel cranky and unappreciated, the things that otherwise may make you feel that it's it's not all that beautiful. It's hard for you to appreciate beauty, especially about the things that are related to the house, to that house where Venus is affecting. And so I will suggest that please remember to tell your wife or your husband how handsome and beautiful they are. And even if you don't feel like you do this placement, it's a temporary thing. And in addition, if somebody is praising you, like your partner, your girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever relations you are in, and be thankful, even though you're not in a mood to be thankful. So now, let's talk about everybody's signs. We'll start with Aries, okay? So let's talk about the Aries. If for Aries ascendant or Lagna, Sun in Cancer will be in your 4th house for the first half of the month, and Mercury will be soon moving to Leo in your 5th house. You will be more actively rather involved in the family matters and matters of the mother. Mars in Leo for all of the August will be there. It's a lot of your 1st and 8th house placed in the 5th house. Your 5th and 6th house of matters are going to be very active. For example, you will be involved in the romantic matters, maybe. Perhaps you may be having issues with your health also. Your daily routine may be including having friendly relations with the neighbors and other friends. You will also be more involved in taking care of of course, like I said, your health matters. Okay, take good care of your health, because if you are more interested in becoming I want to do some stuff with the neighbors, then of course, like I said, you need to be good with them. You will be involved with your co-workers, and you may want to even play the game of speculation in the finances. But I would say please don't do that, because it's not a good time. Okay. You will be enhancing your communications with your children, and if you have them, of course, and you will be, you want to have good relation with your children. If you're a student, you may face some problems because you will have hard time focusing in your studies, and instead you will be more involved in your in the romantic partners. I'm going to advise that if this may not be benefit you in the long term, you may want to make sure that you focus on your studies, and relationships can be taken care another time. For Taurus, there may be problems and arguments in a home life, so if you need to learn to stay calm, you may be more involved in taking care of your house and home related matters, like if you may want to fix it, you may want to refinance it, or or anything mostly related with the home. Decorate it, buy new furniture, perhaps, if those things like that. You want to have a good appearance of your house, because your fourth house is very active also, and you have Venus and Moon and Mars and Mercury, all those four planets impacting, making an impact there. Your fifth house of creativity is highlighted, and take care that you are nice with your neighbors again, and remain friendly with them. If you need to interact with them, don't get into arguments with your neighbors or friends, and try to refrain from get involved in speculation with finances. Make practical, be practical when making decisions or investing money somewhere. Avoid unnecessary expenses too. This is not a good. This is a time where that calls for please be careful with your money. Okay, like, because having so many planets in your fourth house, from part of the month at least, also is not great for your medical point of view. And I would say it because be cautious about your health in the chest areas, especially like if you have history of issues with your heart, or some people may have panic attacks kind of things. All those organs in your chest area, please be very careful. People with the coronavirus also had issues with the lungs, so I'm just reminding you that take good care of yourself, keep distance from other people so you don't end up having any kinds of problems in your chest area. Okay, now let's see if we can continue with the sign of Gemini. So for Gemini people, expect to have some rise in expenses if you are responsible for spending money. There's also a possibility of relocation. It could be within the house, changing one bedroom to another. It could be around the block. It could be another town. The relocation possibilities there. You will be meeting new people, learning about new activities or hobbies that enhances your communications. You need to be careful with your shoulder related health matters. You will also have a chance of short distance trips and travels, and try to avoid arguments with the neighbors, friends, and with your children, romantic partners, or your creative partners. Keep your temper in control, especially with these people, or it may come to haunt you later. But if you stay calm and stay collected and positive, then Jupiter's energies can help you to do better in all of the above area. So I would recommend try to go do things like yoga, spiritual exercises, spiritual thinking. When we talk about spiritual thinking, I'm not asking you to become a saint. I'm asking you live your life the way you are living, but become spiritually enlightened person so that you can handle these planets won't harm you. Cancer. So you need to be careful about communications and health issues, and from getting hurt in the face area. Eat good food, avoid junk food. 10th house Lord Sun being in the second house, surrounded by other planets. It's good about your wealth status, but please put serious efforts in your efforts to do your job or career or business, whatever you're doing. Of course, because Jupiter from the 8th house is aspecting all four of the planets that I mentioned. They were ganging up in a particular sign. Okay, they're in your case, they're in your second house, which are Mercury, Mars, Moon, and Venus. They're in the sign of Leo. So to save time, I'm not saying this again and again. I'm just, you guys should know by now where the planets are in what sign, and wherever your Leo sign in your chart is, that's where energies are heavily impacted in that sense. And I'll be talking about it, but no need for me to keep repeating the planets. It will give good results in your career if you work hard, and especially if Mars is well placed in your chart, it can really help in getting even promotion for you. Where, yay, congratulations. Okay. Now